slow progression upwards. You had to start with Haunt Me and then I Spy and then Circles, and now we're only hopefully going more
Up,
better.
right? That's actually the order I listened in.
Hi there, my name's Cheyanne Summer, and this is episode 120 of the Sit Down Podcast.
Hey, I'm Mark.
I'm Joel.
These episodes of the Sit Down Podcast are brought to you by Funky Moose Records.
Subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and ring the bell because it really helps us out, you guys.
And check out funkymooserecords.ca for all your used and new records, and accessories.
And merch. So, welcome to the show this fine evening. Yeah, we're honored to have you here. I actually came across you through Kenton, believe it or not.
Yeah, so, he's good at pushing my music for other people because I don't like to push it as much.
And okay,
you just like making it.
I want to know why. Why wouldn't you? I listened to your stuff on YouTube today. I had in the past too, but it's so good. I out of the 3 videos that you've got on YouTube there, Circles is my favorite.
Yeah.
Like it blows the others out of the water.
Yeah. Not that the other ones are bad.
Slow progression upwards. You had to start with Haunt Me and then I Spy and then Circles, and now we're only hopefully going more up.
Right?
That's actually the order I listened in.
Me too.
Good.
Heck yeah.
Good.
So I'm, as you know of the show, this is just a casual conversation, but I truly want to know a little bit more about you. All I really know is like what I've read like in your bio and stuff like that, and through your songs. So if you wouldn't mind, like, you were originally, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were originally from BC, right? And then you came to Alberta?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Kelowna, and then about 5 years ago, I moved to Calgary.
Okay, can I ask why the change? Like just a different scenery, or?
Yeah, so actually I originally went right after high school. I went to Ontario to the University of Guelph, and I was go hard. I'm going to be a veterinarian. Like I'm going to do this. And then I've never failed. I was always a straight A student. And then after my first year of university, I failed both like semesters, and they sat me down in the office and they're like, listen, Cheyanne, like if you don't smarten up, we're going to have to kick you out next year kind of thing. So I was like, oh wow. My God, like I got to take a step back. So I flew home, and I think I took like half a year off, and then I saw a program in Mount Royal, and I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna go for it. It's better scenery, and Kenton's parents offered to let me stay in their basement while I did it for free. So it was kind of like a win-win situation. I go to school and I get free board and food and some support system and everything, and I did that for about 3 years until the pandemic. And then when the pandemic hit, I kind of took a step back, and I was like, you know what, I have an opportunity to chase my career and my dreams. Like, why don't I do it? Because I really hated online school. I couldn't do it at all. It wasn't what I wanted. I was doing well, but it just felt like I was cheating almost. Like it was just like I could see all the answers right there. Like it just wasn't feeling like the real school deal. So I took a look at, like, Kenton was going really hard on all the production and everything. And I was like, you know what? Like, he showed me that this is something that I could do. So why don't I go for it? So the last year and a half, I've just been really going for it. And then we released those 3 singles, and they've been received well. So hopefully the future is bright.
No doubt. Well, I see that you're, correct me, please, at any time, correct me if I'm wrong.
I do it all the time. Don't worry about
it. But are you're going to be playing a music festival in Toronto coming up, correct?
Yeah, in about 14 days, I'm going to be playing North by Northeast in Toronto. So I'm still trying to process all of that. It was a lot to take in, and it was after I got like 2 rejections for the music festivals, I was like, oh gosh, like what am I doing? I have nothing this year. And then all of a sudden it was just like, bang, I got that and a few other gigs. So I'm really excited, but I'm extremely nervous.
So I understand you being nervous, but is it because like it's not like you're been in the business for a long time. Like you're significantly new to it. Like you just came out 2021, right?
Yeah,
So
basically.
is that like where all the butterflies and stuff is coming from? Is because you're like, holy shit, I'm really doing this kind of thing?
Yeah, it's kind of like this imposter syndrome of I haven't really actually performed on stage since high school, which was 5 years ago. Like I just started putting out music. What do they see in me? Did they actually pick the right Cheyanne? Like, did they make a mistake and they're just having to go with it now kind of thing? But I'm excited. It's just I didn't have any live videos as you saw on my YouTube. So it's kind of like, did they just like the music and they believed in me? Or did they maybe see some older stuff somehow on my Facebook? But I'm excited and I'm willing to give them a good show and show them that they picked the right person. So
Oh,
So how long is
freaking
your
nice.
set?
sets are 40 minutes, a hard 40 minutes, and then they'll stop you if you go over. So we've been
Okay.
practicing the 40-minute sets.
Oh
Right,
my
so
god, that is awesome.
You have your own 3 songs. What else are you? gonna
So
do?
I have my 3 released songs, and then I have 3 unreleased songs that we're planning on just trying to figure out how to do a live performance of those, and then just do 6 originals and about 5 covers.
Oh, freaking right. Yeah,
Cool.
that's right too, because you're gonna have an EP being released pretty soon here as well.
Yeah. Hopefully, as soon as I just like buckle down and actually take some time to write out the last few songs, we'll definitely have an EP. We have about 5 songs, and I'd like to have about 6 or 7 and an extra few to choose from. So hopefully by
Sweet.
fall.
Sweet. So
Cool.
how the heck did this, like, did this also, okay, sorry, I'm just, questions are popping in my head.
Correct
like,
him if he's wrong.
yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. No, but are you and Kenton a thing?
Yeah,
Like-
so Kenton and I have been together for 5 years, and he's also
Okay.
my producer, and we also started Peach Jam Records together. So
Okay.
it is complicated.
No doubt, no doubt. And if you need me to cut that out, I can too.
Oh,
I
no,
just-
no.
As you were talking about it, like clearly you're at Peach Jam, you're in the studio, okay, and then you were like, oh yeah, Kenton's parents,
Yeah.
I could
And then
stand his baby,
and
and
then
I'm
I
just like,
looked-
what?
I did a quick Google search for you, and then I found your LinkedIn profile, and it says co-owner of.
Yeah,
Jam,
co-founder of
I'm like,
Peach Jam. So
wait
it's
a
like
minute.
I just kind of pieced it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't flaunt it a lot, but if you dig a little bit, you'd figure it out.
Yeah.
So where is that guy? He's probably eating Big Macs in the other room there right now.
Yeah, he took the big dog and he's locked away in the room like I have to be when he's in the meeting. So it's a
Right.
nice switch off. Now he has to make sure the dog doesn't make a sound.
Yeah, I see. So him and the dog are sharing like Burger King and McDonald's, and he's indulging in all those
Yeah, whatever snacks he can get away with right now. Before
yeah, exactly, right. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit. Okay,
Did that go over your head a little bit?
No, that took me way too long. Yeah. Okay, I got it.
No, that's freaking awesome. So you got the festival and you guys are practicing for that right now. What kind of practicing goes into that? Like, are you just like trying to figure out how to like perform that, or is it just get the songs down packed, right? Or is there like a stage presentation aspect of it too that you need to concentrate on? You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah. So right now, like for a few weeks, we got to rent out like this space that had like a built-in stage kind of thing, and we had it was a warehouse with a stage in it basically, so it kind of replicated a good sound. And we got a few practices in there, and now we're just going to basements, and we're just trying to get honestly the timing down and making sure that like when there's breaks in the songs, everybody stops and it's only the certain instruments that are there, and just the harmonies and everything. So
right.
When we can't meet up together, I try to just do like karaoke versions of the songs, but it's just not the same. It's not the same energy as being with the live drums and everything. So right now we're hopefully meeting up every single day this week as much as we can, just because I've never actually performed with a live band. So that's where the other like nervousness comes with is I've always just done karaoke tracks, and it's very like, you have to be on everything. So at least with this, it's a bit of like flow and give and take. So I'm excited, but
no doubt, man.
North by Northeast is not a small gig, is it?
No, I honestly I didn't realize how big of a gig it was until I got it and we looked into it, and then I saw like Avril Lavigne found her manager there, and like a couple other ones like Feist, and there was Post Malone there and Lizzo, and yeah, so it was just once I realized that I was like, I have to make this happen. Like, it doesn't matter what we got to do, we got to get there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
man, I want to go.
I know.
A little far, but I want to go. I want to go.
Well, that's probably only a flight there is probably what, $1,500?
Well,
Maybe.
Honestly, no, way cheaper. Like maybe now getting close to 600 round trip, 6 or 7.
Oh yeah. Shit, I've paid more
How
for
long do you wanna
concert
sit?
tickets. You know what I mean? Like I've paid like well over that for
you paid money to see a show twice by accident.
well, and that was well over $600.
Exactly.
But it was a great show. Friendly reminder, you guys, about Muse Canada. They're a new arts and entertainment media connection and support network. So if you're an artist, musician, videographer, photographer, all that kind of stuff, check these guys out at muse_canada.ca. Skip the algorithms of social media, connect with other entertainment professionals across Canada. Sign up today for $5 a month, and if you use the promo code FunkyMoose2021, you'll get 10% off. So hit those guys up. Check them out.
Twice.
Okay, so tell me, like, how the heck were you singing like before you met Kenton or any of this, or was he like your motivation and pushed you into it kind of thing?
Heard her sing in the shower and
Like growing up, I always could just sing, so I did a couple like school plays, and then I did like the Wizard of Oz at like a local theater, I guess you could say. And there's just a few little things like that, and a couple little gigs like singing on Canada Day and a Christmas light up. But that was the extent of it. It was mostly just like 3 songs, a karaoke thing, and that was it. And once or twice maybe got paid $50, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But I never actually thought it was something I could pursue as a career. I thought it was something that if I got noticed and somebody wanted me, that was my golden ticket. And if not, I had to go to school or go get a job. So once I realized it was actually something that you could do, you just have to work your ass off, I realized, like, let's go for it.
Yeah, freaking rights. So how is it songwriting then? You know, if all you're doing is, you know, stuff at a tree lighting and everything, and then it's like, okay, let's write a song. How do you approach that?
It's been pretty rough. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but sometimes it just comes. Like with Circles, I could hear Kenton playing like the doom, 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 and it just repeated on a loop for a little bit because he just found a sample of it initially. And I went in the shower and I could still hear it, and I just started writing to it. And I initially had the feels like I'm running in circles. And I had that for maybe 3 months, and then it slowly progressed, and then we got the live instruments. And once you got the live instruments, you got more of a feel, and it kind of built like that. So sometimes it takes me being locked in a room, and sometimes it's just me with a voice memo in the shower, in the car, wherever it comes to me. So it's not the most strict policy, but I'm trying to get better.
Oh my God, that song's it's a hit. It truly is. It's so good, man. I can just listening to it. I don't know why, but I visual it in like a movie or something. I don't know, like
TV show.
Hey,
TV show.
I don't know. No, because it's bigger than that. It's bigger than like a TV show song. Like at an intricate part in a spectacular movie, and then I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I'd love to get
I don't mean it to be like it's not movie worthy, but you have a lot of songs that get famous because of the TV show.
Yeah. Do you use TikTok at all?
I do, but I just don't like it. Honestly, like I find social media is a full-time job on its own. So when I am getting ready for my releases, it's like I spend literally all day for a week just getting post ready and making little videos and stuff. But if I don't have to, I try to avoid it.
Right.
But
I keep hearing from a lot of people, everyone's like, oh, TikTok's where it's at. If you want to get your music out there, it's TikTok this, TikTok that. And I'm just like, really? I don't have to.
Game. It's like you gotta post at the right time, at the right second, get the right amount of likes, like within the initial 30 seconds, or else it just flops. And I just don't have time to play that game.
Yeah,
Like some people
exactly.
post the same video 6 times and just one of them takes off, and it's like, why don't you just post it once? And if it doesn't do well, it doesn't do well.
Yeah, just go roll the dice at any casino instead, right?
Exactly.
Put all your,
Or
put
spend
all your
your
money on black.
spend your time elsewhere.
Yeah. But that's like the equivalent of it is
Yeah.
shooting craps at the table. Like
Mhm.
really though.
I honestly find Twitter's kind of where it's at. If you put the time in, I've gotten a lot of my interviews and like articles off of Twitter.
Okay.
Because Instagram's more people look at a picture, but Twitter is people are looking for, like, they're actually reading stuff and they're interested and they want to know kind of more. So if they're asking for music or indie bands and stuff like that, then they're actually interested in you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I never really got into Twitter. I have a Twitter account and I've posted a couple things here and there, but I'm on, out of all the social media platforms, I think Instagram's the one I'd be on the most for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm-
I didn't even look at Facebook for like 4 years. I didn't even
know.
like, I had the app, but I never like clicked on it at all. It
I'm on
was
Twitter the most.
Instagram.
I know Facebook's more like older family members
Mhm.
and friends that you want to support
Yeah.
you. Instagram's people you don't even know, and
Yeah.
Twitter's
Yeah.
people of like the CBC and the newspaper people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just kind of have to do your research and know what demographic you want to reach with what posts and everything. It's a game,
sure.
honestly.
It really is.
Well, for me, Twitter is more like an interaction program or interaction platform. Like Facebook, yeah, like you said, is for friends and family and organize an event. And then Instagram is if you're bored, you just keep scrolling and looking at pictures. Oh, that's nice. Click.
Literally.
Well-
And then Twitter, I find, is more for interacting with people.
Yeah, 100%.
I think so when I go on Instagram though, I don't know. I do a lot of research on artists and stuff through Instagram. So I don't do it because I'm bored and I'm not really just scrolling to scroll. I'm like, there's specific people that I'm following or that I've met and I'm like creeping on them, I truly am. I'm trolling them. I'm creeping on them. That's what I'm doing, but I'm doing it for a reason. It's not just to kill time. It's like,
Yeah.
who can I get on the show? And then I kind of do a deep dive that way.
I think 90% of people using Instagram are just doom scrolling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree on that. Yeah.
No, 100%. And that's why the people that do well are the people that pay attention to their posts and have like a certain look and aspect. Because if I see something and it looks like an ad, I just scroll through. Even if it's someone I'm following, it's like, nah, I don't know what that is. Nah. And then it's like, oh, that catched my eye. Let's like that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. And then there's people that just it's a lot of young people who have social media are just liking absolutely everything. Like I have a 7-year-old son who he watches shows on YouTube, right? So clearly he's using our YouTube account. And I've said this before on the show, but it's like every night my wife's like unsubscribing to like literally 200 different channels, like a day. Because he just freaking scrolls and he likes and subscribes. And it's just like, holy shit, dude. Yeah, so we're like, we've talked to him. If it's gotten better, but there was like a good week or two where it was like 200 a day. It was like, all right, like we're gonna take this away.
They don't even understand completely what they've done.
Yeah, well, it's like his response was because they told me to, because they're like and subscribe, so he would like and subscribe. And I'm like, dude, you're not even subscribed to my channel, dude. Like, what the hell, man? I'm your dad.
Ask them to like or subscribe, I guess.
It's because you swear too much.
Yeah, it could be. I don't let them. It's not for children.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Or we don't say like and for those of you watching or listening right now, please like and subscribe to our channel.
Little button down there.
Yeah, you betcha. And like and subscribe to Cheyanne's channels too. Please do.
Nice.
Yeah, the music is great, man. I'm very, very happy for you. And I'm excited to see the progression and where this is going to, like where you're at now from only starting like a year ago. Holy shit, man. I applaud you. I truly
Thank you.
do. Inspired Vapor Company is still a sponsor of this podcast. So if you guys are out there and you're smoking, vaping, whatever the case may be, wanting to transition into vaping, then hit up inspiredvaporcompany.com and use the promo code Moose10 at your checkout. You'll get 10% off. You can even use that code in the store. So Moose10 at checkout for 10% off, inspiredvaporcompany.com. Hit those guys up. On with the show.
No, I'm so excited, especially because now I'm like putting my influences into my music, like the Beach Boys and Billy Joel, and like all the harmonies, like listening to some of my original stuff where it was I didn't play around with my vocals a lot. So now I'm excited that it's very intricate and there's a lot going on, and it takes a lot to listen. Like, you gotta listen more than once to hear everything, and that's what I like about a song.
And that was actually one of my questions, like where, like Cheyanne 5 years ago, where did she want to be musically, and where is she now? Like, how did that change at all, or did you have a clear goal? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
No, 100% it changed. I used to always listen to 90s country and all that old stuff, so I was always kind of like a country singer at heart, and I never understood the songwriting process or anything. So as I've been going through this, I feel like I've really been growing and putting my influences into it, and also taking some of what I learned from school and keeping things like in the writing aspect, like short, sweet, and simple, but also elaborate on certain words where it's needed. And you don't always need to rhyme to make a point too. That's my biggest thing. Is like sometimes when people are always rhyming, it's like, oh, okay, so I know what you're gonna say next. I know what you're gonna sing next, because you're making it way too easy.
Yeah, you're just writing a poem.
Throw people off. I want them to really think about, like, what did she just say? Oh, like I can put that into my life, but completely different than maybe what she said, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It truly is.
That's my biggest thing, is I try to write specific but also very general, because I don't want to persuade people to think exactly what I want to sing. I want them to give me what they got from that and what their story and what their take is on what I sang. It's always very interesting.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. So here's a question for you.
Of course.
So correct me if I'm wrong. No, I'm just kidding. If Circles was to be like a massive, huge hit, and I want to know, what's your thoughts if you had to play Circles over and over and over again for like the next 30, 40 years? How would you feel about that?
It would probably be hell. And I know every singer probably really hates their first kind of initial stuff. Because even now, as I'm singing it, it's like, wow, Cheyanne, like you really sang that song weird. And I'm trying to re-sing it as I'm like learning my voice in a different way. So it kind of throws me off. It also shows that I've progressed and I'm learning different things and stuff. So it's kind of neat, but I would definitely probably change it if I had to play it for 30 years. It would not be the exact same as it is now.
Right. A remix version.
Exactly. Stripped down, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, that raises another question. So is it Haunted that's stripped, right, on the channel?
Haunt Me.
Yes. Haunt Me. Sorry, Haunted. That's freaking Exomurda. Anyway. So
not close.
Is there another version of that song? I'm presuming.
There is. So when me and Kenton were first kind of experimenting with music, we did a few releases under Blonde and the Bear. And Haunt Me is one of those releases. And then we took that song and we stripped it right down. So if you listen to that song later, let me know what you think. But I showed it to our piano player and their jaws just dropped and they kind of started laughing, because it's just a night and day. But it's really fun too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Don't touch the production or anything, because it was just like we were babies back then, basically just learning everything brand new and just kind of putting out music to learn the process of putting out music.
Lately, these bad dreams feel real to me. Last week, I couldn't even eat. It's frustrating me. Throw my clothes on the floor, 'cause they don't fit me anymore.
Blonde and the Bear. Yes.
Blonde is there, yeah.
That's I think where have I seen those pictures? Is that on your Instagram account?
It might be on Kenton's. It could be on Peach Jam Records.
Beach Jam, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, yeah, because I've seen it.
Right.
Yeah.
The pictures. I haven't
Yeah.
heard the song.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And you were also in the, what is it, the CBC Searchlight thing? Is that still going on, or?
Yeah, no, the voting ended yesterday afternoon, and then June 8th, you find out the top 100. So fingers crossed. It was just something fun to do while I was in the process of doing a million other things. So
That's
why not add one more thing?
for sure. That's how you have to do it, right?
Honestly,
It's
when you're
like,
getting a bit of momentum, you just got to keep doing it and shove it
agreed.
in people's spaces.
100%, 100%. So is that a daily voting thing, or how does that work?
Yeah, so that was daily voting from like the 14th to the 30th, and it was half voting from the public and half from the judges. So it's not like if I got 100 people to vote for me, I'm 100% guaranteed. It's also nice to know that like the judges are picking people as well.
Right. And you won't, and you have no idea how it's going until they release the
Oh, it
date.
doesn't show any progress at all. So I have no idea. So fingers crossed, but if it doesn't happen, I got so much else going on that I won't be upset.
Right. Is that nationwide also?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
hey?
all of Canada, yeah.
Oh my God, there must be so many in there. Like there's a lot of people that I follow that we've had on the show too, and I've seen that they were in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
But you can apply for it yourself, right?
Yeah, and you can
Or-
vote up for 5 people a day, which was nice. It wasn't like you have to vote for one person. You could vote for 5 separate artists every day. So that was
Right.
nice. Yeah.
right. Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm wishing you all the best of luck in that. Is it just like one song that gets submitted, or how does that
Yeah,
go?
I think it was just the one song. So I think I submitted Circles because it wasn't based off the music video, it was based off the song itself and the production. So that's always nice when, because I don't have videos. So
Yeah.
when I don't have to base it off a music video, it's nice to be like, here's the music, just listen to it and take it for as it is.
Yeah.
And what-
Here's the finished project or
what-
product.
What's at stake again? What can you win? I don't remember.
I think it was like a 4-day recording session at the Bell Studio in Calgary, which is nice. A big gift card from Long and McQuaid, and some more kind of basically just money and production and everything to help push an artist for a few months, which would be helpful.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just more about exposure. So they've been playing a few people's songs on CBC radio and other things like that. So even if you don't get it, you're kind of still getting a bit of exposure the whole time.
Mhm.
Right. And
Mhm.
you have like your SOCAN licensing, all that, all those ducks
Oh,
are in
yeah.
order, I presume. Yeah, for sure. Was that a difficult process to get that?
I think it was more just tedious. And as an artist, you want to push that stuff away the whole time. And I'm sure there's still a few pieces of paper that I just haven't done anything to because there's just too many words and everything, and I just don't want to deal with it. But it's tedious, but it's worth it because I think even though it takes a lot to make money, it's like, oh, that's another $20. Like, hey, now I can go get a few groceries or fill up my gas a quarter tank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, no doubt, right?
a quarter thing
yeah.
if you're lucky.
I can get a sniff of it.
Yeah.
So when you're doing the SOCAN licensing, can you do like everything as a whole, or do you have to do each song individually?
So each song individually, and then I also did the instrumentals for each song individually, and there's a few alternative versions kind of the song. So
Right.
that like, are given to just certain people. So if it's ever played, at least we'll track that. So it just is more about like if you actually want to take the time and go through and have your the ISRC codes for every song and make sure all that's in order, then just the tedious
Right.
basically.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to do that for everything you're putting out there.
So
Holy
I've-
smokes.
I've been on the other side of the SOCAN licensing where because of Funky Moose Radio,
Yeah.
I literally filled out one form that said how much money I'm intending to make, what and where I'm playing it, and it's like $100
For the year or
whatever.
something.
Yeah. So and
yeah.
that license, like what do you call it? I have the license to play everything now.
Nice.
So- Yeah,
Well, isn't it just it's SOCAN licensing, but from the other
Everything.
side. Yeah,
like
yeah.
that allows me to play everything.
Everything. Can
Yeah.
you play everything?
Everything.
I mean, you don't have to go to each artist and ask for like their permission and stuff like that. That's what you mean, basically?
Yep.
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 Yeah,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Freaking right.
And there are also digital distributors that only give you an account if you have a SOCAN license, which is great because they filter through, and once you have the account, you can download everything.
Everything?
No, not everything,
Oh,
unfortunately.
Everything within a budget.
for sure.
Well,
You'll have
Yeah.
to send some files to Mark here so we can get
Yep.
some spins for you on Funky Moose Radio for
Mhm.
sure.
For sure. Yeah. And I have all my metadata. That's something I enjoy doing. I always find that and just very satisfying getting all that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's that metadata?
that's the ID3 info on MP3. So if she sends me a file and all I have to do is upload it, and then my system recognizes this is Cheyanne Summer with circles, and it's on this
Ah.
album, and this is the
Yeah,
album cover.
like the artist, contributing artist, BPM, all that little
Yep.
things. Like what's the feel, emotion? Do you have lyrics to this song? And lots of people don't even do it, but when you do it, it's just a lot easier for everybody else. And it's
Nice.
just satisfying. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do it. Like it uploads the artwork, so it's not just like an MP3 file. Like it recognizes that it's an iTunes kind of thing. So
Yep.
I don't know. People have seemed to enjoy it, and I like doing it, so it's just easier for everybody.
Freaking right. So
Yeah.
how do you release your songs? Like a lot of people I've talked to use like, DistroKid or CD Baby or something. Is that currently what you're using as well?
Yeah, I'm using DistroKid, and honestly, Kenton does everything. Like I'm there, and I'll like do all the little tedious little things, but I trust Kenton and what he has to do to get it all uploaded, and then it's all in his hands. And I
Right.
just make sure we do all the little spins every day once it's out on DistroKid, because they have like a wheel of spins to see where they could put you on their spot list, and that's about it. It's
Oh,
all in
nice.
his hands, so that's nice. That's where that co-partnership works.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Shit,
So how
I want to move into Kenton's basement, frick. No, just kidding.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
his parents.
But I'm
Yeah.
sure with the dog. He's
no,
played it.
no,
So.
no, I'm good then. I'm good. Give me a bear instead. I want to meet that bear.
That's Kenton.
I know it is.
Fair.
So how did you guys meet then?
He was actually playing football in Kelowna, and I had just graduated, and it was in the summer. So I was single and getting ready to move to Ontario. And I saw him on the beach, and my girlfriend was actually dating one of his football friends, so that our paths just kind of intertwined, and it was just this weird immediate pull between us. So it didn't initially work out with the long distance, but then we kind of rekindled after like 3 or 4 months and just knew we had to make it work. And 6 years later, almost, here we are.
Holy smokes.
Nice.
Did he have the long hair and everything when you met him?
No, he was like just big and juiced and like short hair and honestly like tight little Speedo shorts almost. And I thought like he kind of looked like a douchebag. And I was initially into him. I was like, you're almost trying too hard. But then somehow he swooned me. So there we
Nice.
go.
Huh.
He is very charismatic for
Yeah,
sure.
the long hair's only been like the last 2.5, 3 years.
Oh,
As we
COVID
got
hair.
into like the hippiness stage.
Nice. Right on.
I love how we talk about him and he's in the other room.
I know.
Well, I'm hoping.
Hear me.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's gonna watch the episode and then he can.
Yeah.
Oh
He'll
yeah.
catch it.
Yeah, and then he'll-
I'm gonna be uncomfortable because I hate hearing myself and all that stuff. So it's like, please don't watch the episode. Maybe I said something stupid. Like, don't judge.
Oh man. No, that's freaking amazing.
Okay, so
go ahead.
North by Northeast, is there any other gigs that you have lined up?
Yeah.
Alright.
So July 16th or June 16th is North by Northeast. Then July 17th is Inspire Fest, which is a new Calgary music festival.
Yep.
And then August 14th, I'm going to put on my own show. So I'm actually going to do like a 2-hour Cheyanne Summer showcase, basically.
Oh, and where is that?
It's going to be held at Junction, but it's going to just be like at a nice little intimate setting. So we're gonna have like tables and chairs and just have everybody sit down and enjoy a show for a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you one of the like founders of Inspire Fest as well?
Yeah, so Inspire Fest kind of came around with Cactus Collabs, which is like a group of 4 or 5 people, and we helped put on a few little smaller music festivals. And then we were like, maybe in December, we're like, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's throw a music festival this July or this June, sorry. And we teamed up with the local farm, so Highfield Regenerative Farm, and we've kind of just been going for it ever since. So it's
Freaking
about
right.
like 5 of us and then like 3 or 4 people from the farm. So about 8 in total right now.
Oh man, I love that. It's like, we need a show, let's just make one.
Yeah, it's been a crazy roller coaster ride, and I think we lose a lot of sleep on that. Between that, our business, and the music, it's I feel like I'm just floating through space some days with everything.
Right?
Thing. I think it'll all pay off, and we're making good connections just for ourselves through this. So it's a win-win situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Did I might have to cut this out, I don't know. But I the way I understand it is one of our friends is actually going to be playing at Inspire Fest.
I think
But I
2 of
don't-
your friends.
Potentially. But I don't know if that's been announced or not. That's why I'm like hesitant.
I
So-
know Travis Pickering and Justine Giles have been announced.
Okay, those are the two. Those are the two.
Perfect. Honestly, I just haven't announced myself. Me and Kendon have been waiting. He's like, we can't announce you right now because it might seem like favoritism. And I was like, dude, you know what? Like, I've set out the last 4 festivals because they weren't really my vibe. This is my vibe. Like, we can't really say like, just because I'm dating you, I got into it. Like, we got to put that aside. Who I am as a person is different than the artist Cheyanne Summer. So
100%.
let's announce me when it's appropriate. So hopefully within the next week or so. But
Right. Well, and this episode's going to come out on Monday. So,
perfect.
okay. Well, there's an
Yeah.
exclusive. Cheyanne Summer has now made the bill for Inspire Fest with our friends Justine Giles and Travis Pickering.
Yes.
That's hella good. I'm so tempted to go. I truly am. I haven't seen, I haven't seen any of either 3 of you like play live. So
Yeah,
it would be-
no.
it'd be a great
Who else is
opportunity.
playing?
So Flow and Shine, Rondell Roberts band, Yolanda, or Sergeant and Comrade, sorry. Static Shift, Tiny Wings, and then just a few other little local artists, but basically all Calgary artists.
Oh, nice.
It sounds like a bunch of artists we need to have on a show.
It does.
Could be. There's a list that we can start. I can start trolling on Instagram now.
I mean, instead of trolling, I have all their email addresses.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
works.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah, Justine had messaged me too. I talked to Justine quite often actually, and I was telling her about Peach Jam, and this was prior to Kenton coming on the show. And then so when we recorded that, I was like, oh, we just filmed that, make sure you watch this episode in a couple of weeks and stuff.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And it was maybe a week before the episode came out, she sent me a message and she's like, guess who reached out to me to play a festival? And she's like, I think this is that guy. And I was like, oh yeah, that's totally him. I was like, hell yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. How it just how it's all connected, as our friend Matt Blaze would say,
Also from Calgary.
also from Calgary.
I know we asked for him to play, but he's busy with Stampede, unfortunately.
Right. I've been bugging him to come and play Saskatoon, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's lining that up or not. I want him to come do the Capitol.
Yeah, he should.
I agree. I think
That's
him and
what-
Justine should come and do the Capitol.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
see
not-
why not.
And
Get-
Cheyanne Summer.
Get Cheyanne there
Well,
too.
yeah, come to Saskatoon, please.
Make it a Calgary night.
Right? Why not? You give me the dates and times, and I will try to round up my band of hooligans to get down there.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be staying in touch for sure.
Travis can come too.
You know what we could do?
Carpool at this point.
Well, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, we could just book them all the day of day 2 of next year's Moose Fest.
Or do
Could be
a
like all Calgary.
or do a mini Moose Fest
Yeah.
with all Calgary artists.
Oh yeah. Man, my wheels have been since we started Moose Fest. Everything's just been on a completely different level.
Oh
It really
yeah.
has. Like I've got things in the pipe for like 3 years down the road already. It's like, holy
Oh, yeah.
crap.
Just
It's
screenshots, little like spreadsheets and everything, just getting ready for all the
Oh,
years to come.
Joel doesn't do
I don't-
spreadsheets.
I don't do Mark's the Excel spreadsheet guy. I'm an old paper and pen thing.
Yeah, that's
Scattered
Paper
everywhere.
and pen, I'm trying to control all his thoughts. Can't read half of it, so I don't understand why it's not on the spreadsheet anyways. It's the constant struggle.
Yeah.
I'm Cheyanne. And you're
And
Kenton.
yeah, I'm totally Kenton. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I can't sing though, so
Me
And you
neither.
can't produce.
Learn. You never know. It's not too late. I've seen enough ads where apparently anybody can sing, so you have hope.
Yeah. Oh, I can do it with auto-tune probably.
That's probably exactly it.
Have you heard about our new radio station? It's called Funky Moose Radio, where we play alternative and indie rock, sprinkle in some blues and Americana. We feature the music from our guests on this podcast at least once per hour. These songs can be in any genre. We're working on getting the station on every mobile app available, but the easiest way to listen is at funkymooseradio.ca. You should also become a VIP because we'll be giving away some prizes. Again, check it out at funkymooseradio.ca.
Freaking right. So what do you know, like what instruments can you play? I'm just assuming that you can play a guitar and maybe a piano or something, but I have no idea.
Yeah, so no to the piano. I mean, I could watch a few like YouTube things and I can copy them enough to maybe learn the song or 45 seconds of the song, the parts I like. But in high school, I taught myself to play the guitar. So I can play it enough to get some chords out and some strong song structures out and enough to do covers, but that's about where it lies. And then the ukulele, but it's kind of small and awkward.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
So that's my baby right there, that blue one.
Oh,
Ah, okay.
I've only been played a few times. I more just like to look at it, but it's still mine. That's all.
What's its name?
Oh, I didn't name it actually. I just
Ooh.
look at it. Honestly, I don't do my things. I don't know why. People always do, but I just haven't. I
Yeah, I
get
don't-
glad when people touch them. I'm like, there's a dent now because you touched it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't name anything either.
No?
No.
I
I
sound
used to.
bad. I can't. It's weird.
Mm.
I overthink it and then it's not fun anymore.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
there you go.
exactly.
you are totally the Cheyanne.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So where does like the music in you, where does that stem from? Like, are your parents like musically inclined or?
I've heard my dad can sing and he's like a country person, but I never heard it. And then when I was young, me and my mom, I don't know if you've ever heard of Merritt Mountain Music Festival. It's kind of coming back into things again. Cam's playing there this year and a few other big names like Jody Messina. It's in Merritt, BC. But when I was like 6 or 7, I went and saw Leanne Rimes there and like you camped out at the festival for a few days. So at like 6 or 7, I was partying with the adults. And I think that was kind of what stemmed my love for music and performance, along with maybe having some of it in me from my dad's side. But I've always just kind of loved to sing and maybe not necessarily the big performing part, but I like to sing for big audiences, not necessarily small groups of people.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Has your son been bugging you to come see Moose Fest
No,
at all?
not at all. Not in the least bit.
My daughter insists on coming. There is no, I apparently I promised that this year she can come.
That she can come.
Yep.
Actually, I think you did because last year she couldn't come.
Yeah, and she was pretty upset about it.
Yep. And I think that's when you would have promised her next year. You can
Probably,
come.
yep.
Well, a promise is a promise.
Yeah.
I'll make sure Alexis is there.
Yeah, she's coming.
Yeah,
she's coming.
my son doesn't actually I had this conversation with him yesterday or the day before. I was asking him excuse me, it was something on the lines of, out of all the music that daddy plays, Like, is there any in there that you like or ones that you don't like? Like, which ones are your favorite kind of thing? And it was basically, he doesn't like any of it.
Really?
Basically, he doesn't like, this is what he told me, his words: I don't like music with words in it, with singing in it. But he's only 7, right? So he likes like not rave music, but it's like a
EDM.
dancey, what is it?
EDM.
Like, I've showed you some of the
Yep.
stuff he listens to.
Yep.
That's what it is, EDM.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's 7 and he's really into that. And I think that comes from all the like the YouTube things that he watches all the time with like video games and stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
that's where it comes from. But like before he was into that, he was like listening to Pantera and Metallica with me and like Tenacious D, and he was loving it until he, I guess, grew out of that, which makes me a little bit sad, but it's still cool in its own right, because I never listened to that kind of music. So if that's what brings him joy, like play it loud, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, it took me a bit to get into it. And then once you really just sit there and lose yourself in it, you realize that you overthink it and you just have to let yourself accept what's happening in those songs. And then you
Right.
learn to enjoy them. And it's more about an emotional kind of experience, or whatever you want to call it, like energetic kind of thing. So I think it's really neat that he said that, actually. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. I'm excited to see where his musical tastes go. Slowly but surely, we all figure it out.
Oh yeah,
Agreed.
they have time.
Yeah. I was hardcore into soccer for like my whole life.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden it just stopped.
Was there a particular reason, or you just kind of like grew out of it?
Honestly, just university. And then when I went to Ontario, I just didn't really know how to get into the community, and school was overwhelming, and it slowly just dwindled out of everything. And then when I moved back to Kelowna, I tried, but I was also getting diagnosed with celiac disease and I didn't realize. So I was constantly sick the whole time. So I think it was just the correlation of being sick and playing the sports that I really kind of just grew out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of had the same with basketball. I was pretty big in basketball, and then I my friend and I both had an argument with our then coach, and we both decided, well, screw you, we're leaving. And we both left.
Yeah.
And that was probably the stupidest thing I've done sports wise.
How old would you have been?
15?
Oh man.
Yeah, around that age. Yeah.
Were you a good basketball player?
We won tournaments.
But you.
It's a team sport.
But you though.
Well, there's no I in team.
I have a feeling you are a good helper.
Yeah.
Good player.
Yeah, I helped my team by sitting on the bench. No.
Let's bring it back to the music here. I want to know more. Okay, so you have an EP that it's not scheduled. There's no date scheduled yet, but you are currently working on it. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's gonna be shut up. There's gonna be the 3 songs that you currently have released, plus an additional 3 or 4 more songs on that EP, right?
So no, you're wrong.
Okay.
So it might include circles, but at this point, it might just be 6 fresh songs. So I do have 3 songs that are unreleased that I will be playing in my festivals and in my show, and then we'll see when I release them. We have all the demos for them in one mix and master, but I'm just not loving it yet. And I kind of think it might just because I'm so used to the demo and everything that I just need to give my ears a break. But hopefully we'll just have 6 entirely new songs and maybe just have circles in there potentially if it fits. We'll see.
Right.
And then one of the songs that we wrote is not really a single itself. I think it's more of an interlude kind of song. So we'll see. It might have to be like 6 songs and an interlude kind of thing.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So how long, when's the first time, like I'm trying to visualize your timeline here of when you started writing those songs to where you're at now. Is that like all in the 1.5 years here?
Some like Circles and Haunt Me and I Spy were kind of all 2020-ish, October 2020 into
Okay.
2021, then they were finished. One of the songs that I'm getting ready to release, Please, I started writing back in 2020. And then it's been basically the demo's been done for a year. We just haven't done anything with it because it wasn't the right time. It's more of a slow song, and I didn't think it was appropriate to start my traction with such a sad song. So I think it's better just to be in a project.
Mhm.
But yeah, a lot of it is more 2020, 2021. And then my latest, I'd say maybe 1 or 2 songs in 2022, but it's been so busy, it's hard to write. So more
Hmm.
older material and then just being revised as we grow.
Right. So are you like, when writing these, are you like collaborating with Kenton on it, or are you bringing other people in to write with you?
Mostly just Kenton because I'm stubborn. And although I want other people's help, as soon as they start implementing their ideas, I get defensive and think, you know what, I'll just do it on my own.
Yeah.
And I don't want your idea. So
Yeah.
as much as I like to try to like let other people in, I have a hard time. But I think that's also what's helping my songwriting process is to open up and recognize where I have my walls and where I'm not letting myself be open. So it's a therapeutic process.
No doubt. It truly is. Is that kind of, I'm sorry, what?
No, sorry, I was just saying it's just hard to be open with other people too and let them in, and it's a vulnerable process. So to let someone in and not only play with your music, but also tell them the emotions that you're trying to like get across, it's an intimate process that I even have a hard time letting Kenton hear me sing half the time. I think he
Ooh.
really only heard me sing for the first time maybe 3 years ago. I kind of just hid
Really?
it from him and just I get embarrassed. I don't like singing in front of small groups. So if it's like he heard me sing at a hockey game, it'd be cool. But just to be like pick up the guitar and sing for him, I still have a hard time doing that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is
Why-
interesting.
Why would that be?
I just get so scared of messing up and doing like, especially when it's the guitar or something, and it's just so intimate and everything's on me and I'm just putting it on myself. I don't know. I'm such a hard person on myself.
Right.
Yeah. I'm my own worst critic.
I think a lot of artists have that though. Like,
Yeah.
give me an arena and I'll be fine. But if it's 20 people in front of me, I shut down.
Yeah,
Well, maybe not
honestly,
shut
that's
down,
the
but
thing. It's kind of like public speaking. I hate speaking to people and speaking in general, but I can sing for people.
oh,
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it's something I'm trying to get over, especially because I know like a lot of people like to just jam out and sing, and it's like that terrifies me. People just picking up instruments and jamming, and it's like you don't have a structure. Like there's no plan to what you're doing. Okay, so we're just jumping in on this. Like, I'll watch. I'm not ready yet.
Oh, oh, oh. Feels like I'm running in circles and I can't breathe. Feels like I'm running in circles and I can't breathe. Thoughts of who I should become. like I'm running, feels like I'm running in circles, and I feels like I'm running, feels like I'm running, feels like I'm running, and I can't breathe.
Can I ask you a little bit about the session artists, excuse me, that you've had on the songs that you've released?
Yeah, so Kenton's dad does all the drums. He's my drummer. Kenton writes the drum parts a lot of time, and then his dad will do the drumming. And then we also, one of our family friends is Mike Sands, so he does a lot of the guitar work, and he'll help me find my harmonies with the guitar, because a lot of time I just need to hear the note and I can sing it back. It's just I have a hard time finding it.
Right.
And then our bass player, actually, he just lives up the street from us, and we just met him. I don't know how Kenton met him, actually. He just meets people, and somehow we become a part of each other's lives.
Yeah.
But so now him and his wife are my piano and my bass player, and they can also sing and do harmonies, so that's nice. And then who else?
Yeah.
I have a cello on one of my newer songs, and it was just a girl that I saw on Instagram that went to my university. So I got my university professor to actually compose the cello part, and then she played it because he just didn't feel like he could actually play it and record it properly. So there's a lot of local artists. Actually, everybody's basically local except for maybe one or two people that are mixing and mastering and doing the final things.
Holy smokes. So how do they feel about like circles, for example, and where that's at? Like they must be just fired up about that.
Yeah, everybody's excited. Like some of the people are a lot newer to the projects because they're more on my newer singles. So they're
Right.
just more recently part of the family, but everybody's just been really supportive. And honestly, I didn't really see circles doing that. Like I put the least amount of marketing and money into that one. So to see it do so well just means that the song really spoke to people, which is nice. And
It's
I like,
it's a
just hearing that.
beautiful song, Cheyanne. It is so good. It really is.
Honestly, like my sister, she sent me a little, she's 13, we have a huge age gap between us, but I love it. She sent me a little picture and she's like, I'm crying, Cheyanne. I love it so much. It was just a little tear. And I was like, oh, thank you. But if I ever need like a pick me up, I'll send her my things and she's like, oh my God, like no way, shut up. And like all these like capital messages and stuff. And it's just like, oh, thanks. Like that made my day.
Right on. Does she sing too?
She's starting to. She always sings to my songs. So sometimes she'll put me on FaceTime and kind of show me what she's doing with my songs. And she knows all the words and all the parts. So that's really humbling and cute. But I don't know. I think she's kind of like me when I was younger, just sang in the back of the car, nobody listening. And then slowly she'll kind of come out of her shell a bit.
Oh, heck yeah.
But hopefully I'm at a bigger point in time where I can be a bit more of a role model and support for her and show her that like, hey, this is a career option. If you want to take it, just finish school, do well, and then hop on the road with me.
Nice. Nice. And then I'm like, screw school. Let's do this now.
Honestly, though, like, don't want to piss my mom off, but like if she needed to get out of high school and was having trouble and music was the answer, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need legal guardian signature and you can come with me, girl.
There you go.
Oh, mom better not watch this.
There's the clip of this episode. I'll blast that one. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, no, I
heard to stir the pot a lot. It's fine. I'm used to
hell
it.
yeah. Freaking rights.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear this new stuff now.
Yeah.
Me too. Maybe we'll be able to send you a little sneak peek. We'll see.
So am I right that your influences are 70s rock?
Well, the Beach Boys.
Pop. Yeah.
Beach Boys kick ass. I saw them in Prince Albert a few years back.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Well, it was true. I have videos of that. That was so fun.
So yeah,
saying that they hear country and like even the North by Northeast, they put me as the genre country. And I'm trying to get away from it just because country's a hard genre to break in general. And I love it, but it didn't feel like that's where I'm going. But I said to Kenton, who am I to tell people what my genre is? Like, I think it's them to tell me what my genre is. So if it's country, then it's country. But I feel like it's more alt rock. And a lot of the time I just make the music and decide what the genre is later. So we'll see. It's a
I
bit
like
of an
that.
experiment at the end of the day.
I like that because a lot of artists are like, oh, I'm country, period. And that's all they play. You can experiment. You don't always have to play country.
Yeah,
And
like I
I,
have some country music in my set list, but it just flows good with a bit of the rock instruments that I have in my other songs. And it's a comfortable thing. And I like the storytelling behind the country. So when I
Yeah.
want to give an emotional performance, I'll do a bit of a country song and then right back to something fun and uplifting.
yeah.
For sure. I love that flexibility that you can do with that too. Like it's, yeah, I don't know. In my view on music, like it's all just freaking,
Yeah.
it's
Don't put yourself in the box.
yeah.
No,
I-
no, not at all. That's the thing is like I love Garth Brooks. I went and I flew to South Carolina a few years ago just to go see him. Like cried in the stadium because I did it. But then at the same time, like I can't listen to new country or anything else. Like sometimes I listen to the Beatles or the Beach Boys or hip hop and Mac Miller. So when people say what are your influences, it's like I don't a bit of everything. Whatever
Yeah.
I'm feeling that week or that month, like
That's exactly it.
yeah.
It's a feeling. It's
Yeah.
There's-
what am I feeling that day is what you'll lean
There's
towards.
something with Garth Brooks, right?
Yeah, fuck off. This isn't YMH here.
Okay.
But yeah, there's
But yeah, you're right. I mean,
Garth Brooks is a serial killer.
some days I have country music on. Not a lot, but sometimes. Sometimes I listen to Foo Fighters. Sometimes I have a classic rock kick and I listen to that all day.
Do you ever put on that EDM? Yeah.
Some
Especially if I have to do some like coding work, for example. That's not something that I have to
I just visualize like Matrix lines coming and you're typing with that with that music.
that's
in the back.
basically what it is, yeah. But I mean if I have to write code and I need to focus, yeah, some banging
Right.
beats.
Yeah, it's a feeling, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what song you guys have to listen to? It's called Too Young by Stoplight Observations. And it's a groovy freaking song.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll like
Right
it.
on,
It's literally like the number 2 and then young.
Can I find that on YouTube?
Don't play it.
YouTube,
You'll get flagged.
Spotify,
I'll play it, but I can cut it out.
but yeah,
People at home can
just the piano creates such like an angst and tension, and it's just I love it.
Okay, so the number 2 and then
Yeah.
Young?
Yeah, by Stoplight Observations. Have you ever heard of Channel Trez either?
I have not.
Okay, that one too, just real quick. Look up Weed Man by Channel Trez.
So can I
I like the first one better though.
yes, me too.
Yeah,
Can I
this one's way better for sure.
so that Weedman one, I'll be blunt. I'm not really a fan. The video is cool. I like how it's retro. The reason my voice keeps crackling. The reason why I don't like this song from what I've heard is because when I would listen to hip hop and rap and stuff, I'm talking like NWA, Eminem, like gangster rap, right?
I love
Dogg,
Eminem.
you know, and then to hear this, like how he's like mumbling, there's no like emotion, and it's so I'm not into that, man. It's
No,
like
and honestly, half the time I don't listen to the words. It's more the instrument.
the beat,
And
right?
like if you listen, there's like after a while, there's like a weird like beep, beep, beep. And it's like when the phone does that beeping sound. So it's like just cool little things that they included in the song, not
Right.
necessarily the song itself.
Right.
But I
Right.
totally know what you mean. And that's the other thing. I find Eminem is an influence for me too. Like I fucking love the first few Eminem albums.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Remember that one? It's like, I never meant to give you mushrooms, girl. I never meant to bring you to my world. Oh, man. Do you ever hear
Yeah,
that whole
and
album?
that song
Yeah.
Without Me, I know every word to that 4-minute song. Like I will rap the shit out of that.
Hell yeah. Have you heard the one he did Berserk? Go Berserk. Have you ever heard that one
Oh,
from
yeah, yeah.
Eminem?
I feel like I have.
Oh, that video is so good too. He's like freaking Beastie Boys in there and everything. It's so good.
I'll
That's
have to
one of
check
my-
it out just to make sure.
You should. I think you might like that. If you like Eminem, you'll like that one.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yes. What you got?
Post Malone.
I don't know. I'll be honest, the only Post Malone I've really listened to was when he did that live concert with Travis.
Oh yeah, Travis Barker.
Yeah, they
Yep.
did like that live show. I don't remember. Was that on YouTube or something? That's like the only time.
But that's him and a guitar, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how he started.
Yeah.
I like Post Malone.
Do you like the song Feeling Whitney?
Feeling what?
Feeling Whitney by Post Malone. It's on like his Orange album.
That's Stony, isn't it?
I don't know. I just know it's him and the guitar. Let me see. I think it's by Post Malone though.
Yeah,
Let's
but
take-
the Stony is
Oh.
that Orange album.
Then yes.
Okay.
I haven't heard that. Like I said, I know who he is, but I'm not familiar.
Did you
enough with
watch
his
that
music.
video I sent you? That interview that he did with Jimmy Fallon?
Probably not.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a no.
Is that do they play a clip of him when he first started? Like one of
Yep.
his old YouTube
Yep.
clips?
Yep.
I've seen it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's I don't know.
Oh, and he's always like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
through the- yeah, I've seen that video.
Yeah.
That clip.
Yeah, I like him. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I don't think he's gonna live long though.
Why?
Not all the path he's taking, but who knows? You can switch your life around.
He likes to party.
There is, well, except for when he does an interview with Jimmy Fallon, for example. Anywhere else, you see him with a red cup in his hand
Oh
or
yeah.
a can of beer.
On Rogan, he was tripping on mushrooms
Yep,
for the whole
does that
episode.
too.
Well, so was Rogan. They were both on mushrooms.
Yeah. But yeah, how old is he? Is he under 27? Because he might be one of those.
Okay. I'd say under 35.
Interesting.
How old is Post Malone?
I don't know.
Hey, Google.
Yeah.
How old is Post Malone?
Oh,
He's-
mine answered. It's 26
What?
years old.
That's funny. As mine.
I
popped up.
honestly said I knew that was gonna happen too. We unplugged it for that reason. So I would hear the TV sometimes and answer, and it's creepy as hell.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Actually, I think it was Burger King that had an ad that started their ad with, "Hey Google, order a Burger King."
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to unplug it, but good thing I don't have skip the dishes connected.
That's freaking deadly.
That is.
You don't have one of those?
What?
Alexa or whatever?
No.
No.
I actually had a meeting with a guy that used to work for Amazon. He's like, "There's no way in hell I'm ever getting an Alexa at home."
Why?
Oh man, you have no idea how much information Amazon has of you.
So I could give two shits, man.
Mhm.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I truly don't. Because who am I? Like, really though?
Who are you till the world ends? And now your information is everything we need. You gotta think about apocalypse and shit, dude.
Yeah. What she said.
No, not worried about it. That's gonna happen after my time. My
Fair,
son, though.
fair.
My son's time might see that.
Yeah, you never
Already
know.
happening, dude.
Yeah.
Already happening.
Yeah.
Crazy shit goes on in this world.
Yep.
You know what? It's Alexa's right here.
No, that's the Google Assistant.
Yeah, but it's the same shit. Like I was talking about, I don't remember, but it happens a lot where I'll talk about something and then my feed is legitimately filled with
Yep.
that. So it's clearly doing it's all gathered already. Like,
Yep.
I can't stop it.
Yeah, Kenton's phone will randomly turn on and start like listening to everything, and it's like we didn't ask anybody anything. There's no questions. It's like weird keywords that it'll just pick up and then turn on.
Yeah.
I like it. I hate that.
Joel doesn't care.
I don't care. There are forces so much bigger than just that.
Oh yeah.
Space is infinite. You know what I mean? Even that's crazy. Our brain.
And my mind gets boggled when I start thinking about space.
Oh, I love it. I freaking love it. I can zone out pretty hard on that and just get lost as well.
Yeah.
The other night I went outside, it was like midnight last night, or I was watching Stranger Things. And
yeah.
then before I went to bed, I went outside for some vape, and it was a nice clear sky. I was just sitting on the patio, staring up, looking at all the stars. It was beautiful, man. I got lost out there for like 20-30 minutes for sure.
Hey, you gotta appreciate that kind of stuff. And you don't realize it until you're in the moment. It's like, damn, I really just need to take 10 minutes sometimes to myself and just appreciate where I'm at.
Yes, 100%. And be grateful, thankful, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Sure.
Just take it all in.
Yep. Oh, I love it. And then get festival tickets.
Yep.
And you can do that there too.
Exactly.
Out in the open and just be one with nature.
And music.
And music.
Festival. Yep. That's the whole point.
Hell yeah.
Bring a blanket.
And an umbrella.
Oh, you're so worried about rain.
I'm not.
Okay,
so yes, here we
okay,
go.
Here we go.
Okay.
What do you guys do at Inspire Fest if it rains?
Hopefully people have some rain boots and we're just going for it. This is a rain or shine kind of thing.
Do you have a tent set up so people can stay dry?
Yeah, so we have like tents over the stage, and honestly, that's what we're finalizing and everything right now for permits and whatnot. But we have tents.
Over the stage.
Yeah, so we have like an awning maybe instead of a tent, I guess is maybe more the proper word, just something to cover the top of the stage. But then I wouldn't say there's necessarily a whole bunch of tents for people to just hang out at.
Right. Yeah, because
one or two.
That's the discussion that we're currently, it's ongoing, is we're doing it rain or shine, no matter what. But my thought was like maybe some type of tent in case you get like a heavy downpour. So there is like where we're putting it, there's no shelter at all. So I'm like, maybe we should have something just in case. Or
for marketing purposes, why don't you just buy like a couple hundred little parka things with your logos on it and then sell them to people? Because then everybody's going to be desperate for something at that point in time if it's raining. And then it's like at the water slides when they hand out all those things, or at Niagara Falls.
Ponchos.
Yeah.
That's a good
You have
idea.
a $1 worth of poncho you sell for $25. It's raining. They'll
I
spend
should probably text my team right now my idea too.
it.
we could get a whole bunch of them, and
yeah?
we'll put like the podcast logo and Cheyanne's logo on it too, because it's her idea.
Yeah.
And then we'll give her 50%.
Whoa, settle down.
Well, it's her idea.
We'll talk numbers and percentages later.
Yeah.
You stay on the call when this show's done. We got to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that actually, I you got my wheels spinning, because that's not a bad idea. Instead of spending a couple grand on a tent, just spend a few $100 and get some raincoats.
Yeah. And some people might keep them for memorabilia and some people might throw them out, but at least you got your brand out there instead of just renting a tent for a few hours.
And you made some money.
Exactly. And money makes people happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm full of them.
Oh, I love it. No, that's good. I'm going to roll with that, I think.
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I got to text my team about it too, because we didn't really think about all that stuff either.
Right. Yeah. And we will have to stay in touch too, because like your festival's coming up, ours is too. We're pretty green in it as well. This is only our second one, our first outdoor one. So we're going to wing it. and
It's the new
I know
ball
it's
game
gonna be great.
outside, that's for sure.
Hell yeah. I think we will be letting you go here pretty soon though, but could you, before we do, can you tell the people watching and listening like where to direct them to?
Yeah, so for like my personal kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, so you can basically find my music on all streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. iTunes is preferable because then you're actually buying the song and it goes more profit towards me than probably 1,000 streams on Spotify. Hopefully soon I'll have an EP so then we can have some albums for sale. But right now it's those main 3 streaming platforms. I think I'm also on Deezer and Pandora if anybody uses that.
You're
And
also
then
on Tidal, because that Tidal, that's where I listen. So
I think Tidal as well. Yeah, Tidal, and then Instagram Music, TikTok Music, Twitter. I've made my
Hell
own
yeah.
little GIFs on things, but most of my updates will be on Instagram and Twitter. If you're following me on there, you'll know when my music's coming out.
cool.
Frickin' rights. All right,
Yeah.
you guys heard that here first. I want you to know, Cheyanne, like we love the shit out of you. Thank you so much for hanging with us
I
tonight.
really appreciate you guys having me here. It's been a lot of fun. It's a lot less
Uh-huh.
stressful than an actual like intense interview just to have a conversation.
Yeah, we're definitely not. We say it a lot. We're not interviewers. We
No.
really just we want to get to know you.
Yeah.
Right. And we are rooting for you. We got your back. Anything that we can do anytime. Doors open. We want you to come back. And
I'd love to come back.
yeah, hell yeah. So thank you very much. I will ask you to stay on for a couple more minutes here and
Okay.
we'll say farewell to those of you watching and listening. All the links to those platforms for Cheyanne are in the description of the video. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys again next week. Thanks for watching.
Adios.
Good night.